fifth match so far in the nine-ball tournament. They're playing race to 7 alternate break, and they just got underway. And they're going to have a little safety battle on this one ball, huh? So how do you know Alex?
I don't.
Did you see his name here and there?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know a lot about his friends and stuff. I know he's been playing good lately. He pops up all the time in the in the top, in the top of the field.
Okay. Well, they've had a few matches. I think they started playing this. What was it? Did they start playing yesterday or today?
I don't know.
Yeah, we just got things set up here and we're rolling.
I think he's from Ohio. Did he tell you where he's from?
He did not. I actually didn't ask him. I went down just to get their names so I can get back up here in the booth. But well, this young man is from Kenosha. Is that what his shirt says?
I can't see it right now.
Looks like it said Kenosha.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Jason Barnhill.
Is that Kenosha it says, is it?
Yes, it said. It was Kenosha.
Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's right outside of Milwaukee.
Okay. And actually, while we're watching him decide what he wants to do with that one ball, let's take a look at these guys, see if we can get their Fargo rates for you. Let me run these down. Go to Fargo. I have to enter my email and all that. I don't know why I would do that now.
Little bitty tables.
Little bitty tables, 7-foot tables.
I like it.
You like those tables, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
This is your forte, sir.
This is what I like.
That cue ball's too small for you, though.
I like the big ball. Yeah, you're right. But this will work.
Oh. I hate when this does this to me. How's everybody doing out there in computer land?
Look at this shot. What he just did. He should have tried to. I don't know how he plays, but he's going to have to. We'll see here how he hits this one. This is going to determine a lot.
Determine a lot?
Yeah, I don't like his.
He's in a little trouble here already, so
no.
What does that determine for you?
It determines me from watching what I've seen so far. I'll take Alex. Well,
I'm just sitting there trying to find their.
I get to have a horse in the race.
Yes, you do. Well, Alex's Fargo rate won't come up. Oh, because I'm unable to reach fargorate.com. What's the problem? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Alex is at the table taking care of business there, huh?
This guy plays a lot.
Jason's Fargo is 604.
And what's his Alex's? He's
It wouldn't come up. Let me try it again. Olinger.
Oh my God, he missed the 8.
Alex is 734.
Did you see the 8 he just missed?
Well, with that rating, he's almost pro speed. He does play very well.
Did you see the 8 that he missed?
No, I didn't. I've got the screen in the way here.
It was like.
Ouch.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Well, he's didn't lead too much.
$1 he'd have made that ball.
Well, we've seen some of the top pros miss some easy shots.
The ball sitting there. I'll show you later. And I hate, so many times people say, these tables, these 7-foots are too easy. I'm going to show you a ball 2 years ago that Shane missed on the hill when they're both on the hill.
I saw last year.
And you will die when I show you how it was sitting. And you'll just say I'm lying.
In a match against, Francisco Bustamante. Nice shot. He made that one.
Let me show you the ball Shane missed. Just people know the 9's going inside, whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The cue ball sitting there.
So in the middle, off the rail by the middle diamond between the corner and the side.
The 7 balls sitting right there. A little bit that way, but not frozen, but just perfect.
Uh-huh.
The 8 balls hanging here and the 9 balls hanging here. This is on the hill. On the hill. shot the 7, hit it over here.
Oops.
Let me tell you something. In a million years, you wouldn't have missed it. And for Shane to miss it was just like, it was like crazy.
That just
goes to show you.
Just goes to show you. Well,
lack of concentration.
You know,
just for 1 second.
These tables are easy for the pros, but the congestion is not easy for the pros or for all the players here.
That's why I got a short bridge. It's easier to control the cue ball.
You don't need the stroke you need for the big table, but you need to maneuver and manage the table better here than you do on the big table.
Uh-oh.
Cue ball went away. No, it's still there, but it's surrounded by the side pocket.
Yeah, push from
3
here.
balls. Where do you push on
Right
on a bar table? You push down to the bottom diamond, he says.
Kick
For a jump
out
shot or a kick?
Either one.
Yeah.
I'd push right there, though, and hook him behind the 9. There's nowhere else to go.
Robert says he'll push that cue ball down by the 3 ball, leave him hooked on the 1 ball.
Behind the 9.
Behind the 9, yeah.
Ain't nowhere else to go. And it's hard to even actually hook him there because you got to hit it the right. If he goes too far or not far enough, he'll be straight in.
Jason's thinking about jumping that ball. I'm just going to kick at it 2 rails. Oh, he can push. I'm sorry. I'm not going to kick at it. But if I was hooked there, I would kick
or
at
you
it
could
2
push
rails.
right there for the jump.
For the same shot.
Same
yeah.
shot. I like pushing here. That way you can maybe kick.
But keep in mind when you're pushing for a jump shot and you're on a 7-foot table, your opponent jumps just as good as you do. And he knows what Alex's Fargo is. And if you have a 604 and you're playing against a guy with a 734, that's in the back of your mind or on the forefront of your mind that anything I can do, he can probably do better.
If I'm playing somebody, I don't want to know what their Fargo rating is. I don't want to know.
You don't care?
I don't want to know. Yeah, well, I don't want to know.
Because now you have expectations about their game. I agree.
I don't want
to
to think the guy's way under me.
Just like
or way above me.
Just like some people, they can't wait to find out who their first match is, and they think about it for a day and a half. I don't want to know who my first match is till I get to the table.
Look at this.
Yeah. These guys, they just dart these balls up like it's nothing.
Yeah, he darted that one
He
up.
darted that one right off the table,
Darted
right?
that right under the CSI sign.
Well, we're sponsored by Viking Cues, Kamui. CueSports International proudly presents this 41st annual BCAPL National Championships. This is the 9-ball championships.
I'll tell you about the best thing about this Fargo rating that I like. You see a hot girl walking around carrying a cue, you walk up to her, hey, baby, what's your Fargo rating?
So you use it for a pickup line.
Hey,
Robert,
baby, yeah.
Robert.
Hey, baby, what did you rate it?
Everybody listening on the stream now, you know what to expect when you come to Las Vegas and you meet Robert LeBlanc. Is that in your book?
Hey, honey.
Or is that going to be in book 2?
Hey, honey, what you rated?
Or is that going to be Confessions of what are we going to call the next book?
50 Shades of a Pool Hustler.
50 Shades of a Pool Hustler. There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey, baby, are you a 6 or are you a 7? Yep.
Yeah, that's some of the local rating systems, 1 through 10 or 5 through 10. Well, APA 6 or 7.
He's fixing to tie this up, my boy Alex.
Oh, he should have stayed where he was and played it in the side because now he's got a little steep angle. Yeah, he'll make this.
Go back and forth.
Stay right between both balls. He could easily bump him, though. And he did it well. Did it well. Didn't bump anything. Stayed right between the 2 balls. And bada bing, bada boom. Should take care of business. Should take care of the funny business. And after 5 matches, I'm going to say they have these tables tuned in, or toned down, or they're in tune with them. The only thing about that is they play on a different table every match, and there's only about 126 of them in this room alone. There's about 300. Yeah. There's 300 of them set up around the Rio, but the one thing they all have in common is they all have a brand new set of Cyclop balls. got teams. You got all the singles playing. Should be this is the fun time. When the teams get here, those are fun if you play when you play teams or if you play teams. But the singles matches are kind of fun. They keep you busy too. It's one match after the other. So when you come up to Vegas,
what's happening after this? After this match, what's happening?
There'll be other 9-ball matches coming through. This is like the 4th or 5th round, but they've got. I'm gonna have to check how many players they have in this tournament. Let's go to ctsondemand.com and we can check out how many they have. This is being live streamed. Well, if you're listening, this is being live streamed on playcsipool.com. I'm going to ctsondemand.com and I'm going to check the bracket.
Look at these balls.
I can only do one thing at a time. And everybody's, well, these balls are, it's elementary, my dear Watson. And let's see what this is, the BCA championships. Here we go, right here. And this is the 9-ball challenge. There's this? There's 92 entrants in this tournament.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Can you pattern rack in this tournament in the 9-ball?
I have not read the rules. I understand that pattern racking is a no-no if you get called on it. But I was watching this morning. I walked by at about 9 o'clock for the 9 o'clock matches to get some coffee, and I came through the room. I walked by the first row of tables. I walked by, and I saw Alex Pagulayan, Francisco Bustamante, Corey Duell, just an array of pro players in a match. So it was, for all you amateurs out there that are watching on the stream, come down to the Rio, take a look, because you're just, all the pros are here. Everybody that's at the U.S. Open is here today. And they're playing in this tournament too. Let's see if I can find these guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. BC. Well, if this is the same tournament that I just... Mario's playing right here. And here's Alex and Jason. Boy, these guys are way up here. The loser of this match ties for 33rd through 48th. And there's 92 players.
This match right here?
This match right here. This is on the one-loss side. Give you an example. Alex Olinger. His last match was Alejandro Rodriguez, and he won that match 7-2. Then he beat Kelly Chuberko and beat him 7-3, him or her. Not sure which that is. And he came from over here on this side. And in the hot seat, they're about to play the hot seat match, and I think it's Manny Perez and Billy Thorpe. It gives you some information as to who's playing and Manny Perez did very. No, it's not the hot seat match. Yeah, there's four left on the winner's side. So we're down pretty deep. Here's some of the names. Here's Greg Harada. He's playing right now. He got beat by Lee Van Corteza. Corey Duell's on there. He just went to the one-loss side. Skylar Woodward's in there. I mean, you're rubbing shoulders with all the pros. And I still can't find Alex on the winner's side. He's way down at the bracket. Here he is down here. And let's see. He started out playing Edwin Garcia, and his loss was to Alex Pagulayan. He lost 7-4. So he gave Alex a run for his money at 7-4.
Who's that?
Alex did here.
Yeah.
Alex Olinger. Meanwhile, Jason. And then the winner of this match will be... Where are we again here? Come on, where did we go? Oh no, there's a lot of games to be played here on the one-loss side. Oh yeah, these guys will be winner of this match will play the winner of Roberto Gomez and Sean Mitchell. So all the champions that we were just commentating on at Griff's over for the 10-ball for the 2017 U.S. Open 10-ball championships are in this tournament too. How do you like it when you sit there and you just say, I just played the winner of the Shane Van Boning of the U.S. 10-ball championship, or
Look
I
at
just
this
played the
little
guy
hit
played
here.
second.
This is pretty
This
tricky.
is a tight shot.
Oh, yeah,
It's not going to
he
happen.
missed it a mile.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. He just missed it by half a ball.
That's like a mile.
Might as well be, huh?
Yeah.
An inch or a mile, it's all the same on a pool table.
I wonder if he's going to re-hook him.
Well, I'm sure they're playing a 3-foul rule, so if he rehooks him, it's going to give him number 2. And he's got a good place to do it. Actually, it's a little tight to do it.
Nah, I just banked the one into the rail, just put the cue ball right by the 5, right behind
Well,
the
how about
5.
just sliding off the one between the rail and the 5 and up against the 6?
Could do that also, yeah. Put the one behind the 8 and come over here behind the 9.
Doesn't go behind the 8.
Does it?
No, doesn't go behind the 8. Or he'd shoot it. If it went by the 8 ball, he'd shoot it in the corner. Well, we're going to see if it goes behind the 8.
It goes behind. You can see from here. You can't see from here.
No, I'm blind. I've got cheaters on, and I
telling
can't.
you,
Yeah, it goes
go a
behind the 8.
mile.
Why by a mile? So why do you want to play safe?
I knew it'd go. I just thought he might be.
Oh, okay. Trying to
Because
get
these balls are sitting kind of goofy. Look at me, the 5 don't go anywhere. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but this is a 7-foot table. You can put the cue ball in an angle from the 4 to come right into him if you want. I actually kind of like maybe 3-fouling him off of that ball, because you could have 3-railed that ball out of there, stuck him behind the 7-8 there.
I would have 3-fouled him this
Yeah.
game just because.
You would have attempted 3-foul.
Yeah, I tried to.
He did not hit that ball, did he? Is it going to go? It did not. I thought you overcut it from the get-go. But
Yeah,
for a
he's
second, it looked like it might drop.
I'm afraid Barnhill is
In trouble?
could be.
Well, at a 604 Fargo, he's a pretty good player. But at a 734 Fargo, his opponent is a very good player. Right around 700, 710 is where they're saying that you probably, semi-pro shortstop speed at 600. What is your Fargo rating?
I don't have one.
Well, it's because you don't play any tournaments at all, and they don't report any of your games.
No, I ain't been playing. I think that the last time, I can't remember what Amy said she was going to put me at. I don't remember.
Well, they'd have to start you somewhere in the 625 range at least. That's awful low.
No, she said something like
700?
725, somewhere around there.
They can't put you to 725 is pretty high. Yeah, they don't usually start you there.
Well, it's based on the people you beat.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is, it will adjust right away. It will adjust pretty
Yeah,
quick.
I
The
don't
more
know. Well, I
games
don't
in the
know
system.
about it. I don't really.
At about 200 to 400 games is where they're saying it gives you a pretty good idea about how a player's capabilities. Somewhere around 400 games. They were saying when I first was exposed to Fargo, they were saying 200 games was your robustness is the word they use. Was that looked like a push on the other table, but anyway, the robustness was would tell you. But no, 200 games is still too early. Somewhere around 400 to 500 is my guess, my personal guess, as to a good rating. So that you can actually be sure of how the player have a really good idea how the player plays. And it holds pretty true. It really does. Now, the handicaps, of course, if you play to your speed, that's something else. Meanwhile, we're at 2-1 here. Mr. Barnhill is got his hands full, and Mr. Olinger is coming around for pretty good position on this 6 ball. He's going to go back and forth here from side rail to side rail.
No, I ain't going back and forth.
He ain't going. He's going to play it in the side. I don't see. I don't like playing those shots on the side, but I don't play the 7-foot tables very often. You were watching me practice for the first time in over a year since I've played on a 7-foot table. Last year, here. 3-1. It's a race to 7. And he's got the break. Ouch. It's funny. I was watching Corey Dooley break these balls with this with the Magic Rack. Since they are one of the sponsors here, we can use the word the trademark Magic Rack. And he was breaking the balls at about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
If that. And just making making the corner the wing ball every time. Perfect position on the 1. And the 3 or the 4. He's racking the 3 or the 4 next to the 9, and they separate, and he's got a dead combo to the left-hand corner pocket.
I've seen it 1,000 times with him doing that.
But you know something? He did it once but wasn't able to get to the combo. And the other 2 times I saw him break, it went bad on him. So it wasn't to his benefit. It didn't work out. He still won the match, but it didn't work out for him. But I saw that break. I saw that break 3 or 4 years ago. It was softer than that. Looks like a drill there with a 4.986 3, doesn't it?
I tell you, it's pretty amazing watching. It's pretty amazing. That's all I can tell you.
Well, this is right down your alley. A small table, 7-foot table. You even took a stroke and hit 1 ball today.
Yeah. Did I?
Yeah, you did. You showed me 1 shot. And you left a dent in my cue, by the way.
Here's the difference between the playing bar tables now 7 foot as opposed to years ago.
Pockets.
Like, for example, like now, if a guy, back then, if a guy ran, say, 7 racks in a row, that's like running 16 racks now. And I'll tell you why. It's because back then, nobody broke the balls where the wing ball would go straight in the hole every time the 1 ball was here and everything's hanging. Back then, you crashed the balls 100 miles an hour. Everybody did. All the balls were flying around the tables. A lot of times, the balls would get in real hard situations to run out, tough patterns, and you had to maneuver around. You had to bank. You had to tear balls out. And like now, nothing. It's just everything's hanging.
What a pretty shot here.
It was a nice shot.
Nice position shot.
He
went 3 rails around. He rolled it. He just rolled this, and he's on the 7.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to have to disagree with you, and here's why I'm going to disagree. What you say was, very logical, and that's what you're seeing. Here's what I saw from years ago. You play on the valley tables, and yes, you're crashing the balls, but you're making a couple balls on the break almost all the time. The pockets are a full 5 inches or more wide, and I can remember stringing 6, 7, 8. I'd have a guy put a 5-pack on me, and I'd say, "You want to raise it?" Because you come back and put a 7-pack on them, and you don't see that here anymore. You don't see the pros do it. You don't see it done as much.
But here's the difference: what you're not that you don't get. Look at
Okay.
this shot.
Cue ball's gone. Ouch.
Here's the difference. Probably 75% of the time, I played on 2 bar tables. You know what 2 bar tables were 10 times tougher than these.
These diamonds are tough.
But the 2 I'm gonna tell you about were 10 times tougher.
Oh,
and that's what
they
I
were
played
worked
on.
on. They were worked on.
No.
Okay.
No, the toughest bar table ever made was an Irving K.
Okay.
Which Salazar played on also, and that's what I played on in Chicago for 2 years. And the one that's right under it was a Fisher. So you had an Irving K and a Fisher, which played 5 times tougher than a diamond. Tiger pockets.
I'm telling you right now, I never saw those tables.
I'm just telling you what
my
it is.
experience I started playing pool 1970-ish, and there was Dynamo and Valley tables.
Everybody knows valleys are buckets, but I mean,
Of course.
but ask Salazar about the Irving K. And if the ball touched the rail anywhere, the ball wouldn't go.
Well,
anywhere.
Those are specialty tables.
No, they were a brand of tables.
Okay, they were a brand of table that I've never seen.
Well, you never left Tucson. What do you want? I mean,
you make a very valid point.
I mean, that might have something to do with it.
It's a very valid point. And there goes the 1 ball.
Yeah.
There goes the 7 ball. And he's got a shot on the 2 ball. It looks
Yeah.
like it goes by. Well, he's down 3-2. He could tie it up right here.
Can I add in my 2 cents in your discussion right here?
Sure.
The Irving K table was the toughest kind of bar table I've ever played on. Brand new, they sucked, and they used a big ball.
And that just came out everywhere. That was Freddie Ognier.
I forgot what I didn't even hear what he said. Was he ragging on me?
He was green.
I'm telling you,
But he didn't.
K table was the toughest table
by far.
Oh, see, I never even saw one, guys.
See them a lot in the Northeast. I don't know where else, Bobby.
I've never
I
been to the
played on one in
Northeast.
Chicago every day for 2 years. Everybody came through. I dusted.
Yeah.
All them good champions came through there. I'm trying to beat them all on this Irving K.
The pockets were funny. The cushions were funny.
And then
Pockets and cushions were funny. They all played different. Well, I just got blown out of the water on that discussion.
That'll teach
those,
us 2-1.
It's
Ganging
2-1.
up on you.
I wasn't disagreeing with the.
Thank you, Freddie.
I wasn't disagreeing with the tables, or how tough they played. I just said I'd never been exposed to them. I'd never seen them.
I'm telling you, they were tough. When I was in Chicago, I'm telling you, well, shoot the 5 inside, 6 to corner, 8 to corner, 8 to 9 corner. Okay, we're done there. I'm just kidding. Well, you got to make.
You got
it
4
funny.
balls here, and we're going around.
look at that. He's going around.
He went around too far. He's going to bump it and get a good bump.
Oh, nice, huh?
Perfect bump. Now, what if he bumps it right to the rail? That's a fortuitous. That's that big word you liked the other day. Fortuitous bump.
Right.
Now, see, I'll tell you one thing that Jason's doing. Jason, when you watch this, you're trying to play like a big table. You could have just stopped the ball and had a perfect shot to get where you want to go. But by drawing the ball, sometimes it'll get away from you. That's just my 2
Alex
cents.
he don't let this kid get kind of loose.
Yeah, that's right. They're tied. And that means that Alex won the break. He won the flip. And so he'll get the break if they're on the hill. Jason's job is to get on the hill with him. So that was the Fisher K tables. Is that what you said?
Irving K.
Irving K.
And I'm telling you, I played on one of this rough bar in Chicago for 2 years, and every champion come through there, they'd think they could slide them balls in.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they figured it out, I had them busted. I'm telling you, you can
Wow.
ask Joe. It was so tough. If you hit the rail anywhere, the ball wouldn't go.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I grew up 15 years old. I started playing pool. My brother bought a pool table and put it in the back, in a big back room we had at my grandmother's house. It was a Sears 4x8. And so I started playing on that. And all they ever had in Nogales, Arizona, where I grew up, were Valley bar boxes. And so I played on those real quick. And by about the time I was 16, 17, I was in the balls pretty decent.
All right, we're going to cut the one in here and just go right up the center. I wonder if you think he can hold it in between before he gets down. No, I don't think so.
No, he's going to run into the 4-9. I try to run into the 4-9. If you hit the 4, hit the 9, you're perfect on the
or
2.
hit the 5.
Or hit the 5. You can slide behind the balls.
Yeah,
He can hold it. Look at this. That's a nice stroke, folks. Because if you're holding that thin cut to let's see, 4 feet of
He's going to
rolling.
shoot the 4-9 after the next. He's going to be shooting the 4-9. It's a hanger. Yeah, he'll make this 4-9.
And he's going to come in for the 3, right? He just stopped the cue
Yeah.
ball right there.
Draw back an inch.
He's waiting for the player on the table next to him. There's a lot of room, but he's on that side shooting the 7 ball. Well, as you can see, these guys have the work cut out for them. They got to win this match, and then they're going to be facing the likes of Billy Thorpe, Alex Pagulayan, where are some of the players I just named off? Roberto Gomez. Yeah, the winner here plays the winner of Roberto Gomez and his opponent. So.
He's all right here, huh?
Oh yeah, he just follows
Does
it.
the 4 go? Or is he shooting the 4-9? No, if the 4 goes, he's shooting. No, the 4 goes.
So then he's not shooting the 4-9.
No, I couldn't see the 4 can go from there.
It didn't look like it
Not
when
from
he
there.
put the camera on it, but he's going to use the half pocket that does accept the ball, maybe. Yep, sure does. He's making it look easy.
Well, it is pretty easy.
Now, see, that's what scares me
Ain't it?
because it's not easy for me, but it sounds like it's easy for you.
No, this is pretty easy.
That's why I'm in the booth here instead of out there playing. It's just not easy for me anymore. So does he come up and shoot the 7, or does he stay down and shoot it
He's
from
gonna
down
stay
there?
right there. Come
Just
back
stay right
maybe
there?
Come back a half an inch. Just like that.
He didn't. Inside English?
Nope.
No?
Top right, just bounce out about 8 inches, 6 inches off the rail, just like that.
See, this is
I'd have
just too
shot it in
easy
this
for
other
him.
hole. I don't know what he's over there for.
I like going across because of the cut, because of the angle. It's hard to hold it. He's ahead, but Jason gets to come to the table and break the balls.
So this is a loser's bracket
This
match?
is on the one-loss side. I don't like to call it a loser's
I
bracket.
do. That's because that's
mean.
what it is.
It's a loser's bracket.
That's like, yeah,
How can they be losers if they still have a chance to win the tournament?
because they're on the loser side. They've lost.
They're on the one-loss side.
Loser's bracket.
But I do call the winner's bracket the winner's bracket. So
Let's give him a trophy just for playing.
you know that would go well with PTA.
Let's give him a trophy for just participating.
The participation trophy. They give patches for that. And you
4
can
to
buy
3.
shirts. You can buy shirts for the 41st annual BCAPL National Championships.
4-3. We got Barnhill breaking.
You know, some of our got Viking Q here is one of the sponsors. I wonder how many participants are using Viking Qs. They have a real nice booth back in the back here. We're looking straight across the room, and we can see their booth. And they do make a nice cue. In fact, I've got
You
2.
believe he didn't make a ball then? Look at this.
That happens.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't make a ball there.
You got to get out more, Robert.
Man, I mean, it's unlikely not to make a ball one of these, in the break.
Mm-hmm. But I was going to say, I've got 2 Viking Qs on my wall on my home table. They're 2 of the Sneaky Pete's Viking Qs. Oh, no, I take that back. 1. Gave 1 to my nephew. Well, can he pocket this ball? Looks like he can. It looks like the 3 ball stops him. It's real tight. But it looked like it because he just showed me that it wasn't. He's not coming all the way down. You're okay, Alex. With the exception of, can he hit? He can hit the bottom of this. Come by this 5. Just come past a 5 here. Play safe. You got to come past the 5. You didn't. Now you're going to get played safe on back.
Yeah, he missed out a mile.
Mm-hmm. He didn't quite get it back to where he wanted it. I'll tell you that. He had the right direction going. His speed was just off a little. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Fex. What is Fex? Is that a bar or something? I was trying to read the rest of it. Fex Place.
Yeah, I never.
We got players from all around the country here today. 92 of them in this tournament.
I don't think he can hit it.
About 40 of them, about 50 of them were pros. We had 64 in the U.S. Open, and 90% of those guys are still here because they want to stay for the 8 ball, which will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday at Griff's next week. Not this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but next Saturday.
Boy,
Sunday,
cue ball
Monday.
really slows down.
It seems to, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it
And
sure
it
does.
surprises me, yeah.
Bank it over there. I go behind the 4 with the 2. The cue ball goes 2 rails behind the 8.
What he was saying was you want to bank it off towards the 4 ball.
1 rail behind the 4, 2 rails
There you
behind
go.
that. Just
He
like
wants
that.
to cut it.
No,
He wanted
he's
to
he's
cut it.
ducking. He's ducking.
He's going to leave a window.
Look at that cue ball.
That's a
slowed
window.
down.
There's a window.
Seemed like the cue ball slowed down. I guess from used to watching the fast rails over at Marks,
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah,
ball really slowed down.
Those 9-foots played pretty good over there. They played. In fact, I thought they played very well.
Oh yeah, they play nice, but it's so much faster than this.
I was watching the cue ball roll there. It looked very, very good. I thought it was. Is this Mark Vidal playing over here? It is, isn't it? On this table next to him.
Yeah, I don't know him. I think it is.
Mark Vidal Clarmoun.
Yes, it is. Spain Vidal.
Oh, we got Freddie in here too. You can add your 2 cents.
That was it.
That was it. Usually I have our boss Vince over there, and he'll send me little notes because he won't say a word, but he'll send me little notes with information when a question's asked and I don't have the answer. And he's a wealth of information. Great crew. Great stream crew. They took everything down from the U.S. Open to Griff's, the 10-ball championships, set it all up this morning, and we were able to start this match a little after 3 o'clock. Bring it to you live, streamed. It's alive. Robert, is that lunch getting to you? He's staring off into the sunset.
No, I'm watching the shot. He's rolling that 3 in. No, my sandwich was good. Garden
Sandwich
burger.
is good. You had that garden burger, that black bean burger.
It's good.
Oh, it's tasty.
Wonder what he's going to do here. Is he going to duck? Yeah, he's got to play safe.
You don't play. Where is he? Oh, he's got the 4-ball. I see the camera's
He's
in my
going behind
way.
the 5 and 9.
I can only see the monitor because the camera's in my
Is
way.
he cutting this ball? I can't tell from here.
I'd cut this ball, and so
Yeah.
did he, and he made it, and he got perfect shape
Yeah,
on the 5.
Good shot.
See, you're not the only bar box champion or 7-foot
Nah,
table champion.
I can't make a ball. Nice shot there. Just shoot the 6 down the corner and the 7 down this corner. 8 down the other corner.
And he's pretty much taking care of business here,
Yeah.
right? That's a 2-game lead. And will it be his break? Yeah, it'll be his break. So it could be a 3-game lead very easily. And Jason never comes back to the table. Not good for Jason. Come on, Jason, we're rooting for you, buddy. We want to see a Hill-Hill match. Every match I want to see Hill-Hill. I want to see you guys under the gun. I want to see pressure. And I want to wake you guys up. Are you at home? It's late in the afternoon. It's 3:40 here in Las Vegas. For those of you back east, it's a lot later. For those of you in Europe, it's even later. For those of you, what time is it in the Philippines?
Oh, I bet yeah.
Late.
Late. Is it late? And I thought it'd be early in the morning. Aren't they be on the other side of the world from us?
Yeah, for the gamblers, it's late.
Oh, for the gamblers, it's late.
And it's pronounced the Philippines, not Philippines, by the way.
The Philippines?
Philippines.
I don't know about that.
Just to let you know.
I don't know about
Right,
that.
Freddie?
Philippines.
It's a Philippine.
Philippines.
That's not make. We have a pretty strong Philippine contention here today. Contingent, excuse me. Let's see. The U.S. Open, we had Levan Corteza, Roberto Gomez, Alex Pagulayan, Warren Kiamko. Who am I missing, Freddie?
Did you say Roberto?
Roberto
And
Gomez,
second
Superman,
second
Van
place,
Van.
Warren Kiamko, the
Mhm.
Warrior.
He came in second in the U.S. Open. The Warrior was there. He had a successful West Coast swing. So we had some. There's a gentleman on the right here playing Mark Vidal, Freddie.
Looks Filipino to me.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to really say it, but
Philip.
that's what it looks
You
like.
hear
to
what
me.
he said? He looks Filipino to me.
Hey guys,
He is a Pinoy.
Pinoy.
He's going to try to just. That's a nice little shot here. Oh, man, he missed it a mile.
Missed it a mile. Table's only 3.5 by 7, but it's missed it by a mile. He missed it by
hit
2 inches.
Yeah, he hit it. Wow, that would have put him on the hill, too, if he makes that ball. Wow, I can't believe he missed it.
Mm-hmm. he wants to give his opponent an equal opportunity to make it a tight game. We want to get to the hill. Maybe he wants some excitement too. Is he going to draw all the way back and come over to the rail or come straight over?
I think he's going to
2 rails?
2 rails. And
Yeah, that's what he should
backwards,
go. Yeah,
go
exactly.
backwards, and then
exactly.
go toward the 4.
No, he came straight down.
Yeah, it works.
It does work, but it's so easy to over amp your ball and come down by the 5.
Yeah, he could have.
But then sometimes trying to catch that second rail, you over amp it.
Look at this.
He just put a ball right in his way
Why hit it so hard?
because he had to get the cue ball back for the 5.
Well, not like that. I mean,
I understand, but
you
you know.
just draw it back like a little pinch type draw and just draw it back 3 or 4 inches.
See, you know all these different types of draws. A pinch type draw. I've never
Well,
even
you know,
heard of it.
Well, it's like a little,
Little
simple.
See, we're trying to educate you guys at home because I've got a wealth of knowledge over here with Robert LeBlanc,
Yeah.
author of Confessions of a Pool Hustler, sitting here next to me, and I'm trying to just get all the information I can so I can learn something. And he has these pinch draws.
Bobby,
He's got
I didn't see the shot, but was that a nip draw that he was?
there's a nip draw. Freddie
Same
has
thing.
nip draws.
Yeah, there you go.
We got all kinds of good stuff here for
Freddie's
you
got
guys.
my back. Freddie's got my back.
It's 2 against 1. It's okay. Bring it. I give as good as I get.
Freddie's got my back. He knew. But he didn't have to hit it like that hard.
Nip draw,
I don't know
soft
what he's
draw,
doing. What's he doing here? Is he
stun draw. He's playing safe.
shot that mighty quick?
Playing
I think
safe.
he can hit it. Can he hit it?
Looks like he can hit the upside of it, yeah. The right side. The high side. But where does the 5 go? It has nowhere to go. He can't get behind these balls. So he has to
He
go.
might hit it
wow.
real. Yeah, it's pretty far up there.
Yeah, it's pretty far up there. He really can't. He's going to try to bank it back to this 6 ball.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
That's all he really has, and try to stun the cue ball up on top. It's like, there you go. Well, he stunned it right. He stunned the 5 ball right in front of the pocket. But he might have a little problem holding the ball there. Now, do you draw this ball? Try to draw it right into the 6.
Yeah, I would try to draw it, hit them balls.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't.
Exactly.
There's not a whole lot else you can do. And even if you get lucky and hit the 7, you might
Yeah.
glance off
Or-
and still get a shot.
Or
at the
you could cut it
6.
real thin. No, it's really tough to hit the 9, and it's still gonna travel away.
I don't know if he can draw.
I'm
it
drawing
over
this
there.
ball. He can draw this ball.
I don't know if he can.
Well, he's drawing the ball. So if he makes this ball, he should. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And he hits those balls like that.
Yeah.
Good.
You want to hit those balls, and he's kind of unfortunate that 6 ball didn't end up in front of the pocket or even make it. 7 ball went to a real nice place. And that almost sat up.
Nice bank.
Well, it looks like the match next to this table is over.
What match over here? The other one?
Mm-hmm. With Mark
He's
Vidal
just
Kamui.
practicing.
Yeah, he's hitting balls. They just finished the last on that last rack. He made the early 9 ball. And Jason is at 4 and breaking, so he could tie this up. We could be at 5-5 in a race to 7. And here's where, actually, in a Fargo rated tournament, he's 130 points higher. My gosh, he would be giving him 8 games to 4.
I don't know.
That's how they would have to match
I
up
don't know how that whole thing works.
if it was a Fargo rated tournament. Is that right,
Okay,
Freddie?
so let me ask you something. So,
Yeah, that's the
just
way
my
down.
question. Let's say, for example, Mike Siegel hadn't played in a tournament in years, which he hasn't,
Okay.
and they're going to make him up with 550.
525. He's got his no ratings now. I mean,
No,
gotta
they
do
wouldn't.
something.
Known ability.
Well, he hasn't been playing, so I mean,
Known ability. Just like you. Didn't you say they were going to make you a 725?
I don't know. That's what Amy said, but
Yeah.
all I think Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Here's what's funny.
I'm pretty familiar with Fargo.
I ran pool leagues in LA
Mm-hmm.
for 15 years at this chain of sports bars,
Mm-hmm.
8-ball, 9-ball, and all the whole thing, right, with all amateur players, a few good players. And some people would say, here's a statement I don't agree with. And even now, like you'll say, you hear people like APA. Well, I'm rated a 7 in 9-ball, but I'm rated a 5 in 8-ball.
Okay.
Like, see, to me that is so wrong. I think, and this is my opinion, I think any rating should be based on a player's ability, period, not by whether they play one game better than the next. Because, when I was on the road playing pool
Mm-hmm.
all those years, and somebody would say, I know a guy that plays 8-ball for money or one pocket or whatever, and I'd always ask the person telling me, I'm going to say, if the pool table has holes on it, I'll figure out a way to shoot the balls in.
Mm-hmm.
My stroke ain't going to be no different playing 8-ball, 9-ball, nothing. I'm shooting the balls in the hole.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I don't think that a person can be rated a 9 in 8-ball and an 8 or 7 in whatever, because it's not about your knowledge of the game. It's about your physical ability.
Perfect.
Bobby, that's two different rating systems, 8-ball, 9-ball, two different rating systems. The top one is for APA 9-ball is 9, top one for APA 8-ball 7. That's why it's different. Different
Say it
rating
again.
systems. They have two different rating systems for APA 9-ball and 8-ball.
Nice
One is
shot.
different than the other.
Oops.
Just to
He's
tell
okay.
you.
Well, you just made a great case for Fargo rate. You did.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you said you need a rating
I think
system
it-
and it should be all games. Fargo rate does rate
I
all
know.
games.
Oh, I think the Fargo
And
thing's
all
a good
tables.
idea. I wasn't ragging
Yeah,
on Fargo.
no, I
We're-
know you weren't. But
No,
you
I-
just made a great case.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an international. It's based on. It's used internationally now.
No, I know. I think any rating system's good because, and I think Fargo's good. No,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't saying it wasn't good. I just think
No,
a
no, I
person's
know you
ability is what makes what they're rated, not whether they play one game better than the next.
Correct.
And I mean, I just,
So their skill set.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And see what Fargo does is just all it does is compute a win-loss record. Actually, it doesn't compute your win. It enters all games into the system, into the data, and it rates you. There's some kind of, is it algorithms or some kind of rhythmic numbers that go in there that
Based
kind
on
of
chess style algorithms.
There you go. Right. So they rate you against the ability of your play, the people you play too, has something to do with it. If you beat somebody that's let's say I'm Jason at a 604 and I'm playing Alex here at a 734 and I beat him. Well, those points are going to count heavier for me than if I beat somebody that was 605, because I beat a very good player, a guy that's actually 130 points better than me, and if I beat him, well, those games just are that much more important, and they help your rating that much more.
Huh. Really?
Yeah. Now, if you have two players, and they're both rated 600, and one day one beats the other, nothing's going to really change, unless one guy's beating the other guy all the time. Now something's going to change, and it also depends on who those players have played.
So
That's how those rhythmic numbers work that I don't understand, but I do understand how they're. I do understand they are part of the equation. I think he'll kiss off this. Well, he just might. No, if he. I'd kiss off this
So
ball.
here's the problem, Bobby, is that once we get Fargo rating universal and global, your Bobby Cotton, your ability to match up is going to be severely limited, because there's going to be numbers you got to be arguing against.
That's right. That's why I want to be rated like a 500. That way I can get spotted
Exactly.
by all these young straight shooters.
Well, that's where you use your age and say, look, guys, that's when I used to play 20 years ago. I don't play anymore. I'm 70-plus years
Shut
old.
up. I'm not
Physical
60 years,
ailments.
60
I've
I'm
been-
sorry.
I've been coughing.
60s.
That's right.
Can't get sleep.
55 years old, and you can't play, and you haven't played, and you won't wait, and then you'll play 2 games, and the guy's going to quit you. Because that's how they
Look
do
at
it
this shot.
nowadays.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it is the truth.
Well, what's he going to do here? Can he cut this 3 in?
he can cut it in. He'll probably
To the
play the
bottom-
combo,
to the
but
bottom.
a lot of players will just roll up behind the 6 ball and play safe.
No, he's shooting. at
He's
it.
shooting,
No,
yeah,
he was. He was lining up to shoot at it.
Oh, he says, I better check, see if it goes.
He'll probably just lose low right here and go 2 rails. You know what I mean? Drawn to the short rail. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he'll come out for the other ball.
He's man. He might shoot the cue ball right in the hole here. What is he doing? He cannot shoot. He cannot cue the cue ball like he was aiming. The cue ball swishing. If he hits this cue ball, he was hitting it at 9 o'clock. Watch.
This guy's rated your speed. What are you talking about?
He better draw the ball here, or he's be going right in that drink.
How's that for drawing the ball?
He stunned the ball over.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Alex is a former Music City 9-ball champion. That's all held on bar tables. This is a JOB, Nashville, Tennessee.
See, I told you, you have your hands full with this young man.
Yeah, maybe so. Never know. He looks pretty good, I guess.
You haven't been playing. You have to remember that. We'll have to get you in stroke and take you back out on the road. No?
I wouldn't go nowhere if you put a gun to my head anymore. Are you kidding me? What's he looking at here?
Whether to come all the way up and shoot it in the side or just go over to the side and shoot it in the corner. And up he goes.
He's on the hill.
This to get on the hill. Now, see, actually, by being at 4 and a race to 7, depending if you use the hot, medium, or mild rating on Fargo, that's about what it would be, I think. So basically, he probably played at about a 625 speed. If Alex holds on to win this next game and beats him 7-4, if Jason somehow can win the next game, that might go up a little.
To get on this, watch
Fargo?
his free stream, would you go to
PlayCSIPool.com.
All right.
And I believe this is this running into the Rio on the TVs now? Are we feeding the Rio? Vincent, are we feeding the Rio now? Does the Rio TV sets have it? Yes.
You said
good.
go. It says go to Play CSI.
www.playcsipool.com.
This is streamed to our YouTube channel.
Okay, and this is it's streamed to the YouTube channel?
Yeah, CueSports
Whoops.
International on YouTube.
So it's what? CueSports International YouTube?
YouTube channel.
Okay.
So go to YouTube and just look up.
Oh. Go to YouTube and look up CueSports International, and you'll find it.
We're live. It's live.
And it's live, YouTube Live. Yeah, we were a little rushed in getting set up, and our information is still coming in, guys. And we'll be able to help you with more information. But if you're listening to us now, well, then you're already here, and welcome. 41st Annual BCAPL National Championships being held once a year in Las Vegas at the Rio
Yes,
Hotel
sir. Suites
Suites and Casino. I want to hear some of your golden voice. You don't speak too much.
I'm a deep thinker. Well, he's out now. It's race to 7.
I'm a no
Goodbye.
thinker. I just have to just
Goodbye.
rattle on. Good night, huh? Good night, Irene.
With all of that.
Jason did a good job getting to where he got. 33rd through 48th place is what he ended up out of 92 players. So he was in the top third of the field, close to the top third of the field, just over. We'll have a match for you in a little bit. And meanwhile,